Alright, welcome back guys. Been a long time since I made a video. I apologize. Truth is I was playing a lot of Blitz in comp and it didn't go anywhere. So I was just disappointed with the game and I wasn't playing it because I wasn't having fun because I worked a lot. I spent a lot of time with people and then I ended up, I don't even think we played. The team disbanded before Prove Your Skill. And we had spent months training and getting to a really good spot just to like lose some key members right before PYS and then not even play. So I kind of stopped playing the game, and I stopped playing pubs too. Like I haven't played the game for real since the last video. I played once or twice here and there, but I was not playing well. So I figured with that I would start up again because I'm getting that itch back to play the game. I'm like, all right, I would like to play some World of Tanks Blitz, and I want to show you guys the mistakes that I make because it's easy for me to highlight mistakes when I make them and I know what I'm doing after the game. Like I can see I'm not as good as I was when I was making videos more frequently, but I also can see what I was doing wrong, and I want to show you guys because it might be a more useful tool than showing gameplay that's for the most part correct. I don't want to act like my gameplay is like the number one, like it's how all gameplay should be in World of Tanks Blitz, because it's just not. There's always better players, there's always a better option, but it's better than this is. So yeah, let's just get into the first game. It's going to be on mines, and in the background before we do that, this is just a tournament game. I'm just going to be using this as B-roll while I talk, so yeah. Alright, so with that, I'm going to do what I usually do on mines, or at least attempt to. I remember, when I used to play, I would go to the main hill to spot the crossing, because I know they have a medium tank and a light. I'm going to want to spot that. I'm going to try for a shot that even when I was better at the game, it was very difficult for me to hit this shot. I don't end up hitting it, probably because I use auto aim. I'm just, I use auto aim because I'm bad. I was going to make a comment there, but I'll keep it family friendly. Anyway, I'm also like reminding myself before the game started, make sure you leave this position because of that. All the heavies are hold down and they can come up and shoot me and I'll get stuck behind that rock. I had to like verbally tell myself that because it wasn't second nature. Like usually these positions that I go to early game are good for early game for a certain amount of time until somebody else shows up. And that's the case with that position for sure, but I was not second nature, like, okay, I need to get out of here. I actually had to remind myself because my timing has also been off, like knowing when tanks are going to show up where. I'm not really that into it. I'm not like being able to pick that up very well, so I had to just make sure I leave as soon as I don't have any shots. And here I'm just trying to get shots into the rears of those mediums and just keep their heads down so they're not really useful on the hill. The Foch pops up here, and I'm worried about the Foch pushing me and popping up really close to me because of this house, and I'm actually not sure how to deal with that in this situation. In hindsight, I probably should have moved up to the other house and sat in the bush so that I could see him, because he wouldn't have spotted me, but I'm really worried about the Sheridan peeking me at the same time that the Foch pushes, because they're in a platoon, and I'm not able to think about anything other than that. My brain just isn't working at 100% with the game yet, so here I take a shot, I try to light him up, he goes unspotted, but then lucky for me he gets spotted again. Now he's lit for 20 seconds and we can kind of maneuver because I see this 268 is coming. It's kind of a disadvantage that this 268 is moving up and plays into the reason that I die. Obviously the reason that I die is entirely my fault and my decision, but if he was back there, my mistake would have been covered by his presence. Instead, he moves up, misses the shot, and then takes a full clip from the Foch and dies, which allows me to start shooting this Foch that is now clipped out. But this is like last resort. Like, I don't want to have to rush this Foch, but now I have to rush this Foch because there's heavies right on the other side of this hill, and I'm overextended. There's nothing that I can do about this. And I'm thinking about, okay, maybe the heavies are going to start coming, and again, my brain's not working fast enough to think, like, you should run right now. I should have run as soon as I fired that last shot. I see the tree fall and I'm like, oh, I guess they are coming, so I better run now. The Foch sees that his friend is coming. I don't know who it is yet. It ends up being the MLE and starts pushing as well. Luckily, I didn't actually get spotted here, so that was kind of cool, but it doesn't end up helping me. And at the end of the day, me not leaving that position through what could have been a pretty decent game, actually, because I get up to 2,500 damage, and I just get kind of lost here. Even if I went around to the back of the cap circle, I could have hid from this guy and dealt with the Foch and then 1v1 the MLE. I could have made out a lot better there, but I didn't because I didn't leave in time. So moving on to the next game, I do a little bit better in this game. This game actually is really interesting, but I am getting the hang of it. I have some accidental luck that helps me along here. I'm spotting mid again. This map you can stay in mid for much longer than on mines because there's a lot more cover behind the ridge. You can kind of just sit there and not worry about it. That rock on mines, especially if they have that middle section, you're not safe from two angles at once. Like if two people are peeking you from each of those angles, you're taking shots 100%. Here, I'm going to stay here kind of long. I should have been punished if the 183 was back there or the Yag was back there. I could have been shot doing that, and I'm just not thinking about that. And I see the Progetto do it, and he doesn't take any damage. So I'm like, okay, well, might as well. Like, you know, he didn't take any damage. If I take the damage, it's just blitz timing for you. They must have missed me the first time. So I take a couple of those shots, and then I'm thinking, like, I'm tunneled in on these guys, but nobody else is spotted. Why don't I, like, leave? Because they're probably going to pop up there. And right as I think that, they do pop up, flanking us. So now I'm going to put them in a crossfire. This is just simple stuff that I can remember pretty easily. You know, you want the tanks to drive out between you and your team so that you can shoot them from both angles. So I'm going to go to the back. This Vickers rushes me. He's got the stock gun. Not too concerned about him. I am going to start focusing the T-62 because if he does turn for me, I want to have him at least down a couple shots. And I'm not going to start overextending for this Vickers when I have free shots on him. Now I'm going to go for the Vickers because he's almost dead. I way over peak here and get punished for it. That was just bad driving from being rusty at the game, I guess. And then I think that the Yag is looking at me, but it turns out he's looking the complete opposite direction. So again, I'm just going to take free farm while it's here. And soon I'm going to come back towards mid. Well, actually, this is a nice little shot right here. That guy's coming all the way up over the ridge, so we're going to take that. And I'm going unspotted and spotted here because I am at that cusp of distance where depending on what I shoot at, I might not be spotted. But at this point, I think I move in because I want to help kill this Sturv K. The game's really close. It's a 4v4. I'm just now recognizing that in the game. This whole time, when I'm taking these shots, I have no idea what's going on around me. My situational awareness, and as you can see, my reaction time to aim is just very bad, and the reaction time is very slow. So right now, I'm just recognizing that this is actually a close game. I need to conserve my HP and get kills. So I start to move in on this Sturv K. I take a shot from him here, but it's an exchange. Like, we trade. It puts him on a one-shot. Was it necessary? No. It's okay at the end of the day. Not the worst decision I made in this game. So the lucky part that I was talking about was when I moved back at the time that I did to put those enemies in a crossfire. When I moved back to that position, I was lucky that I thought about that at the time that I did, because if I didn't, this game would have been an easy loss, but it ends up being really interesting because I ended up surviving that. So now the 50B completely overextends to chase down the kill on that Sturv K, which he didn't really need to do, but it does help us out because we didn't need him either way. Now I'm just going to try to get side shots on this U100, and I don't remember the numbers of spotting and when I get spotted or whatnot, so I'm going to pop up camo net, be behind the bush, but then I'm still going to run because I don't know if I get spotted, and it's a good thing I decided to do that because I do get spotted. And this 183, I am worried about him pushing me because just from his behavior, he flanked all the way around the map at the beginning instead of camping. So I'm ready for him to be an active 183 player that tries to chase me down and get the kill and whatnot. So I was nervous until he got spotted. Now I'm going to try to put in as much fire as I can for this concept because this concept is a one-shot to the E100, but we need that E100 to die. Unfortunately, I should have stopped right here to take the shot, but I didn't, and he gets away. So now I'm just going to try to hit the gun breach, which I actually ended up doing. I'm surprised I made that shot and got that, but it doesn't affect his dispersion enough to not kill the concept. I was hoping it would, because then he would have a chance to kill the E100, and then if the FV still kills him, it's only a 1v1. But that doesn't end up happening, so now we need to just reposition, and this is a great map for this situation. Even if I'm rusty and bad at the game right now, or relatively bad at the game right now, I'm still comfortable with carrying on a map like this because it's more open. Now coming around here, I was expecting the E100 to be looking at me, but I wasn't expecting him to be as close as he is when I come around. Like I said earlier, my timing on tanks is way off. I peeked that with way too much confidence, and just because I was looking in the right direction, I kind of figured where he was coming from, I was okay. And here's another example of that. I expected him to take way longer to get there than he did. And he misses, so I don't know why he risked that shot, but it ends up pretty much winning us the game here. There's nothing he can do. I'm in a T100. We're in the middle of the open. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully, looking at my mistakes helps some people learn. And also, hopefully, I can get good at the game again, because that's kind of annoying to me to be trash. But, you know, it is what it is. Well, I'll keep playing. Hopefully, I'll have more videos for you guys. If I don't, just assume that I never got good again. But that probably won't be the case, because I'm going to work on it until I do get good. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.